Hello, Gemini. Welcome back. This is your weekly reading, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, depending on what you resonate best with. Let's have a look at your weekly messages. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos. And Gemini, remember, these are general readings. If you'd like insights into your own personal situation, you can contact me via the links below for private readings. This is for the week of the 28th of January to the 3rd of February, 2024. So Gemini, I feel overall you're dealing with some situation. It's a tricky situation this week. You may be going at odds against somebody. There could be a situation you may be having to stand up for yourself, stand up for something that you believe in, stand up for something that you think is right, that you think is the correct way to do things. Stand up for your beliefs in general. You may be having to defend yourself against something that somebody has said. And this could have to do with how you do things, how you think about things, your opinion on things, or your belief system. I'm getting a message here. You may be standing up for yourself or having to defend yourself against some belief that you have or against an opinion that you have. And I feel it's not going to be easy. Gemini, I feel there's something this week you're having to walk on eggshells around. There's some tricky situation. There's something you have to be careful with this week, with this individual, with whatever the situation is with, for example, communicating your beliefs. This could have something to do with a work situation. This could be a work or an organization or something. Gemini, I'm getting a message. You may want to speak out about something, and there could be a situation in which it is not the proper place or the proper time to speak out about this. This could be a situation in which your voice may be stifled. I'm feeling a message. This could be an organization, for example, an organization in which your voice may be stifled, or you have to be careful on what you say. Because, Gemini, I'm feeling that what you may be thinking may be going against the norm. It may be going against the belief system of this organization or of this group, for example. It may be going against what their belief system is or what their traditions are, for example. If this has to do with a work situation, if this has to do with work, you may be wanting to say something that goes against company rules, for example. And if this has to do with a relationship, you may be wanting to say something that goes against your partner. But I'm feeling this tension here. I'm feeling that you're having to defend yourself and you're wanting to speak out, but whatever the situation is, it's tricky. You have to be careful when speaking out within this group or this organization or with this person, for example. And Gemini, for some of you, I do want to say this could be a family structure. I feel this could be an organization, for example, a family structure that you may have to be careful about speaking out within your family group. You may be wanting to say something, for example, to parents or relatives or siblings, that you may be coming against some kind of resistance here this week, having to defend yourself against what it is that you believe in. So if this is with parents, for example, you may be speaking out or wanting to say something that's against what your parents think. Or if this is with siblings, you may be wanting to say something or express yourself, express your beliefs against what they think. But whatever this is, this has to do with some group, something that you're finding resistance against. with words, with communication, with some situation that's tricky, some situation that you're having to walk on eggshells around. If it's an individual, this could be an individual, Gemini, that you're having to be careful about what you say around them. Or this could be a work type situation that you're having to conform in a specific way to this organization so as to not come up against resistance, because I am seeing some resistance here come in this week. And I do want to say, Gemini, whatever this situation is, if you are coming against resistance, if you're speaking out and you're finding some kind of resistance against someone or some situation, I do want to say overall the situation is going to improve. So this could be a minor tiff this week. If this has to do with family arguments, for example, family arguments or an argument with a sibling or an argument with parents, I do want to say overall our strong energy here is the Star card. So I do want to say there is going to be something positive, something hopeful for this week overall. Even if you do have a minor argument, the situation on a grander scale is not as bad as it seems. And I do feel there is still some happiness within this structure, within this group. If this is with a family, there is still happiness in this family structure. If this is with a family, there is going to still be some happiness within this group. If this has to do with a job, there is still going to be a sense of happiness, a sense of optimism nonetheless. I feel whatever this argument is, whatever this resistance is, if you're having to stand up for something, it's going to be minor in comparison to the bigger picture overall. The bigger picture being that there's still going to be some optimism and happiness in this situation, in this organization, in this group, or in this structure, Gemini. So let's take a look at your overall message. So Gemini, our card of reprisal, essentially, this does go with our Seven of Wands here, that you may want to get revenge on this individual, for example. And reprisal essentially says to think about it. Think about it really well prior to doing it, because our card of reprisal says anytime you want to get revenge on somebody, it's essentially a waste of time. So you may have a minor tiff with somebody this week. You may be coming against someone having to defend what you think or what your beliefs are, a situation that's tricky. But reprisal is saying, instead of going and seeking revenge on this individual, focus on something more positive. Focus on that bigger picture. Focus on the positive aspects of whatever this situation is. If this is your work, for example, if this is a corporation that you work in and you're going against company policies, you don't like the company policies, for example, focus on what's positive about the place that you work. Focus on the things that your job has given you. Focus on the brighter side, essentially. Focus on the positive things versus on the negative things. And avoid trying to seek this revenge. If this has to do with a family, for example, if you're fighting with siblings this week, if you're having to defend yourself against siblings, focus on the relationship in general that you have with your siblings. Focus on the positive things versus using your time and energy to seek revenge. Because even in revenge, retaliation in general may not always serve a purpose. And sometimes retaliation uses a lot of our time, uses a lot of our resources, uses a lot of our energy, when in reality we can focus on the more positive aspects of things. So that, Gemini, is your message for this week. Do let me know if you have questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. Don't forget to like this video and check the links below for additional readings or personal readings, and have a good week.